Cool. Yo, Chris, what's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, what's going on? Am I here? Are we live? How's it going?
I think so. Yeah, good, man. Dude, you got the quarantine beard happening. How's quarantine like?
Yeah, I'm growing this out. This is my shutdown beard. So it's standing in solidarity with all the people affected. And
Nice.
yeah, just growing her out. Yeah,
Are you,
quarantine. I don't
are you
know
gonna
what to say.
are you gonna shave it when you're done?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It might be the start of something special. I'll see. I think a man's relationship with his beard can get quite intense and deep, and so I'll take it day by day, and
Yeah.
and where we are when all this stuff is over.
So in like 3 months or 4 months, it'll just be like a nice big. You won't even you won't even see the neckline anymore.
No, no, first time going back into nature. The wildlife will be like, he's one of us. Welcome back.
Yeah, and that beard is nothing. Wait till you take off the hat. It'll just be like poof.
Not today, my good sir. Not
Nice,
today.
man. Yeah, sweet, cool. Well, yeah, I thought it'd be fun to have you on here. We could like talk about the highs of the 2020 season, maybe some of the lows too. I say 2020 season because the 2020 is really when it kicked in. 2019 December was what was going on with December here in Whistler? We had like no snow.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to do a first shout out to all the viewers watching. Hope you guys are doing well and managing to get through it day by day. Yeah. Oh man, what a weird season, dude. It was like a 1 month season. December was bad. February, we were like already winding down by the end of February. So like it was really this amazing slice of January where it was amazing in Whistler before we left to Japan.
Yeah,
We had like amazing time in Japan, of course, and then
yeah,
came back and it was good. And then that was it.
that was it. It was
1 month
over.
of glory.
But we had back in November, we had some good stuff. Like mid late November, we had a few of those like good hiking days. It was like remember like the POW over the treetops.
Yep.
We did that hike up to peak that one day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's when I was just getting over the flu, like hiking up through, like sweating on the inside and freezing on the outside. Yeah, that was really cool. And then we did that other, I thought it was a super fun run where we were just kind of like mellowy gliding through the tree tippy tops. And like we'd done that terrain before when it had been filled in, but we hadn't done it like that. And so it was really
Yeah,
a little like maze labyrinth, just trying to sneak our way through and get out before the
yeah,
mountain got us.
yeah. That was super fun. Before we continue, we're watching just for everyone out there watching. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. We're actually looking at the comments too, so maybe give us like a thumbs up or like a taco emoji, or let us know that you guys can actually see us because this is the first time doing the live stream with the split screen on Zoom. So
Hmm.
maybe give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you guys can see this. And yeah, we're going to get to a few questions towards the end. So if you guys have any questions for me or Chris about the season, yeah, save those for the end. But yeah, give us like a thumbs up or something. Let us know you can see this.
Give us some love.
You
And
think we can?
I just want to say too, I got my laptop just down here because
Yeah,
the new setup going on. Dude, there is like some lag for sure. There's lag going on. So hey there in the past.
I'm watching the screen. I'm watching is like the current screen, but the comments are also. Oh, we're getting taco emojis so people can see it.
Yep.
All right, thank you guys for the tacos. If you guys get a chance, share and like this video. Tell your friends to subscribe here to Snowboard Pro Camp and to Chris Ayers, and we'll do more of these live streams from our quarantine headquarters. And for people that don't know, we're actually almost roommate or not roommates, but neighbors. We're
We
like
have been roommates before.
we have been
We
roommates.
have been bunking up,
I
topping and tailing.
showed up with my gear. I'm like, I'm bumping with you.
Yeah, we are. Well, there's like a saying I can't remember where it's like a few feet might as well be a thousand miles, or
A
like
stone, a stone's throw away.
yeah, even though you're like literally, I could shout and get you,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah,
we've been seeing each other somewhat, but yeah, I guess everybody's just on lockdown.
yeah. We have a triangle from your house to mine to Andreas. Nice
Yeah,
little. That's
and
pretty
I'm
much.
so I was thinking recently, so I'd be a little bit off topic, but the virus going around is very uh, discriminatory against single people. If you're a single person living in a house, you're stuck by yourself. You
Yeah,
can't. What, you got to quarantine. So anyway, I basically made Andreas my wife,
nice.
and vice versa. So we have Andreas and I have a special relationship. Um, Nothing too weird, but we're in each other's personal spaces and nobody else's.
Nice. You
Kind of
guys
like
are
kind of like you and Jill being married, but
exactly.
Andreas and I are just common law at the
There's
moment.
yeah, there's a bit of advice. If you're a single person, just find another single person and shack up for the next few months
Mhm.
virtually.
We virtually are.
Virtually are. Nice. Yeah. So back to our season highlights, but yeah, November was off to a promising start. We did a few hikes on
Somewhat,
Whistler Peak.
somewhat. I remember the opening day wasn't very good. It was like a pretty meh, and the first couple weeks were all right, and
It was
then
okay.
it started to pick up.
It picked up before it went down.
Yes, it was like some kind of dubstep song, picking it
Yeah.
up, speeding it up, and it drops it down, then it picks it up again. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think it like all around it's been a very inconsistent season for sure here.
Yeah.
More so than usual, and although we did have good bits, and like it's been looking like really good the last 2 or 3 weeks as well, which is
Yeah.
another thing too. I mean, I'm like super happy and grateful that I'm here in the mountains, able to, take my dog for a walk like up the street, which is still, got trees and forests around. But we have this. We have this thing on our doorstep that we have to see every single day. Like anytime you look out the window, it's there, and
Yeah.
it's again so close and yet out of reach, which is
It is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, maybe it'll make us appreciate it more once we can go back. We can actually can touch it, not just look at it.
yeah.
um,
Let's hope so.
yeah, what board were you riding back in November? Were you on the? I think you were on you were on the Jones. Which Jones board were you on? But you were not. You switched it up. You were on the LibTech board, weren't you?
But how many questions are in there? Um, I was on the T Rise for the start of the season with that, that
Yeah.
tepid start, let's say, because a lot of times we're just getting, 5 to 10 centimeters of fresh snow, and then
Yeah.
once it started to dump, I rode the Jones basically every day until the end of the season, and so a lot of Jones in for sure
Nice.
this year. The Jones Storm Chaser. So if you guys don't know the Jones Storm Chaser, that's my preferred powder board. It is a swallowtail powder board made for trees, so it's got a really fast turn on it. It's got great flow, but it's not good when you're going down a volcano in Japan because it has that flat rocky. It doesn't have as much feedback and control in it, and you can't ride it switch. So
Yeah.
I love that board, but I'm ready to move on, or at least get something else to complement it.
'Cause it keeps you in that like narrow lane. It's a very like narrow lane board. It's like you can't go outside of that board's specialty.
Yeah, like what it's good at, dude. It is good at, and it is fun. And I know TJ, like he's ridden it a fair bit. He's got one as well, and he was saying one of the downsides for him too is doing drops into powder because I mean, the swallow on the tail starts at the back of your foot. So really, you have like an inch and a half, 2 inches behind your back foot, like
Yeah.
no tail.
Yeah.
And although you can get used to it, when I rode the Gentum Stick XY, and you know, it's very much like the Orca and same with the Orca 2, just that extra bit of love on the backside.
You need a little bit of tail. Yeah. Can't just be
Everybody loves the tail.
exactly. Yeah. So what was your best, so before we went to Japan, what was your best day? Because we did have some good powder here in Whistler right before Japan.
Yep.
I remember getting up there with TJ. We had like one day that was exceptional where like everything opened up. But even, I guess, the
Yes.
trouble with Whistler this season is that even when the snow was good, a lot of the chairs were closed. So we couldn't even access a lot of the Alpine.
Hmm.
Well, we had that day where we were riding, we waited like 3 hours in lineups to get to the top of Jersey Cream Chair. And we did have like we had two really good runs. But
Yep.
but yeah, the window, we had like a sliver of having the entire mountain here open in Whistler. Yeah, we had a couple, we had that, yeah, one day where the sliver was just starting. But did you have a good day with Andreas up there and some powder too?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, we have been working off slivers for sure, just like the odd almond sliver, just like speckled in.
Yeah,
Because yeah, like you're saying, even when it has been good, it's yeah, there's always yeah, there's been like an issue with the lifts, or it would like a lot of them would fall on weekends as well. I think like 80% of the good powder days were weekends, which is unusual. You know, come on, I gotta play the odds a little bit here.
yeah,
Uh, so yeah, but yeah, I had like a few good early season exploratory days with Andreas. Like anytime this season's like, you know, you've been on adventures with Andreas, and especially in early season conditions, getting led down into some, let's call them fun situations because they were super fun. And then yeah, like riding down under the peak to peak gondola with you that day, where again, it's still early season conditions, just like popping off. All the features have a bit more bite to them. So you just take it a little bit slower, stay
yeah.
over your board, but then you just kind of bounce. You're just bouncing down, just keeping the board under you and
And you
zigging
got
and zapping and zapping
you
down the
got
run.
to you got to demo a few boards too, right? Does any board stand out that you demoed? Before?
Yeah, two actually, two very similar boards, and are maybe my two favorite boards right now.
Ah, what are
The
those?
so the Gantem Stick XY, which
Nice.
is kind of like an Orca, so it's a directional free ride board. You know, good in the powder, good all around. And then the Crew Shapes Tranny Finder. I
Oh,
really
sweet.
like that board too.
You rode
Um,
that one in Whistler, right? The Crew Shapes.
yeah, Andres and I, he took out the Crew Shapes Dart, which is like that swallowtail style, and I took out the Tranny Finder, and it was about like 5 to 10 centimeters, maybe like 15 centimeters, like maybe 6 inches of snow, fresh snow. And it was actually like really, really soft flowing, like fluffy conditions, like great for side hits, trees, perfect for the tranny finder. And I just loved super, it was like really fast edge to edge. And it had such like great control in it as well, like really good feedback from the board. And just took
Oh,
to it.
sweet.
You know when you like get on a board and you just take to it like straight away, like
Yeah.
half a lap in, you're already like, yeah, let's go. And
Cool.
yeah,
Well, because it's yeah, like the Storm Chaser. It's got similar features to the Storm Chaser, but it's just like it's got more tail. It's got more stability through it, I'm sure. And
hmm
it's not as wide too. So you're probably like the quicker edge to edge. So just kind
yeah,
of feeling like you're more in control of the board and not the other way around.
yeah. And I think the thing with the Storm Chaser too is that it's a board that when you ride it, you feel like you're riding a normal board. But then when you see video or footage of yourself riding from certain angles where you have this giant nose and then there's like nothing behind your tail, I think like I look weird in when it's like from behind because you're just like, what is he on? It just looks odd. Whereas with the Chinese finder, yeah, for sure, it's a more traditional. You
Yeah.
definitely notice that directional shape to it. and for sure, like riding a switch because the tail has like such a kick, not as much as the orca. It doesn't have that
Yeah.
fin blast,
Yeah.
but when the snow was like a little more givey, then it would dig in and just pull me down. So yeah, I mean that was my one day riding it, but I
Nice.
would definitely recommend for all y'all out there. So
Career
keep
Shapes.
it out.
Oh yeah, Career Shapes Training Finder and the Gentem Stick XY. That was the one.
Yeah, and I think like if I had to choose one for pragmatism, I would go with the Crew Shapes. But
Yeah.
if I was buying with my heart, I would probably go for the Gentem.
Nice. But follow your heart, Chris. But also, I feel like you probably had the best lap, or maybe one of the best laps ever on the Gentem. I was there. That was in my video list of like top 5 powder days. A couple days from Whistler, but mostly probably all the days would have been from Japan. But that day that we went on at Rusutsu, and you showed me that kind of like off the side run, that was insane. That when I filmed you that first lap, like looking back at the video footage, it looks like you're like a cannonball, like jetting through, like instead of like like you're like a cannonball, and like the snow is just like pluming in front of you, almost like a train, like going through the snow and just having the snow just like coming in front of the front of the train.
Right. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen a train go through deep snow before, check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That there was that one deep turn, and again we're looking over it. It almost looks like side on. You can see the snow like flying over my head, kind of catching up to me, and bust out through the middle. I kind of see it as like actually surfing, where the waves like breaking like right over. That was an awesome face. That was definitely within the spirit of sharing, where we had the Roxy girls show us this area, and I went back with you, and it was that one face of maybe like a couple 100 meters, like about 8 or 9 good turns in there, and it was just this deep bowl of dirtiness. I was actually worried doing that because I knew it was such a pristine spot. I was like, don't slash too hard and eat it, or like slide out. And it just worked super well. Minus at the end of that clip, if you remember, I just like flew off, kind of launched, turned sideways, and disappeared behind a cloud of powder.
That was the best time to do it, though. You probably only had like 1 turn left anyway, so
yeah, it's like go big on the last feature, because that's it. I just wish I could have done something better. I just launched. I didn't think it was going to give me back that much. So when I popped off of it, I kind of just pulled the eject button, and
that run. And so for everyone watching, that was in Rusutsu, Japan. We went to Japan for a 2-week trip, and we were mainly riding in Niseko, but we did 2 days in Rusutsu. The first day wasn't a ton of snow, but yeah, we met those Roxy girls that showed you guys around a few different secret spots. And then the second time we went back, there was actually more snow, but there was like pockets of snow in certain places that were better than others. So when you showed me that spot, it was like the last 2 runs of the day. And it was definitely the deepest runs of my day. And for filming wise, I think it turned out to be looking like one of the deepest runs of the whole trip, or of like life in general.
I just can't believe nobody did it.
Yeah.
Like there was like 1 or 2 tracks out there, and it's just like set up for somebody to do.
Yeah. But
like we just got lucky there.
Yeah, I think because coming from Whistler, where everyone in Whistler is in Whistler to like go after it in terms of snowboarding and skiing. So everyone's like exploring every last inch of both mountains on a POW day, where I feel like going to Japan, it's like the riding culture is a bit more casual. and it's a lot of mostly like foreigners coming for just like a trip or a season. So those
Yeah.
like secret spots don't get annihilated like they do here in Whistler, because locals too, they have like jobs in the evening so they can ride all day. But yeah, so I feel like that day, or like in Japan in general, it's like you we could have hiked that zone all day long and probably been the only ones there, or among like a handful of people to do it.
Hmm.
Um, it's
And then
definitely
speaking of Rusutsu as well, Rusutsu is like a very interesting resort if you guys aren't aware, because it's one of the bigger resorts, at least on the North Island that we are on. But it also has a kind of theme parkness to it. So you can go get powder runs in the morning, and then you can come down and do some roller coasters or Ferris wheels, feed and ride the caribou. Uh,
yeah.
so yeah, it's a great resort if you're not just interested in snowboarding. But in our case, it was also some of the best riding I think we did, which again was the snowboard. I think we did get all of our good luck for snowboarding in that one little, well, like that month basically, because it
Yeah,
was so good.
yeah, it was definitely, yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, because they have, I guess it's almost geared towards more like families at resort, but the pitch of the terrain, the trees, how they're spaced, it all made it perfect for powder riding. Yeah, what was your favorite day from Japan? Like that one stands out to me because like, I've got it on film and it looks like, yeah, that plume over your head and the train like brushing the snow away. But yeah, what was your highlight of Japan? What was your favorite day?
Oh man, it's how do you choose? I don't know,
The
but
first the first day I remember just being the first day for me was a huge relief, because going into Japan, it looked like there's only going to be 3 or 4 centimeters a day, and we ended up getting like 40 centimeters the first day. So it's like, all right, that's out of the way. We got the Japan experience like straight away. Yeah, what did you think like that first turn in Japan?
yeah,
So
like seriously,
in
so
Niseko. Yeah.
it's like a 3 year buildup for me to get there. Um, Over the years, and then on the actual build up to the trip, I was hearing from the guys that yeah, there wasn't much snow. It had been not a very good season so far, and so going into it mentally prepared for it to be just whatever. Like I was just super happy to be in Japan, and so to actually get there and get Japan snow, and a lot of stuff going in to getting to that point in the first place without getting into it too much. It was a lot of relief and surrealism, I would say, because it's almost, yeah, you almost like, you kind of think maybe you're gonna be in Japan, it's gonna have a different like feel altogether. But again, like it does feel like normal reality, but you're in Japan. Um, and yeah, it was uh, a lot of mental points just to get there and do those first turns. So that was amazing in itself, and was a really cool first day, but definitely not the best day. I would say that that Rusutsu day that you were talking about, that was in the top two or three. But the best one I think was on the Hanazono day, where we met up at the very end of the day with Casey Willex. I think it
Yeah,
was that
mine
day,
too.
dude. That day was deep, dude. Oh man.
What was the
Yeah.
name? What was the name of the video you made that day so people can check it out after?
Oh, um, I don't know. I don't know. It's the one I released after the Niseko Beach Boys cover, Kokomo cover. So it was the
Oh
one
yeah.
after. I think it was the day after that.
Okay.
That's as good as I got for you. But
Okay.
because the mountains are a bit different, Rizutsu's a little bit more mellow. Hanazono has got a little more pitch to it, a little steeper, a bit more exposed. And yeah, just like the snow was so deep. And footage of it just like, like coming down a face, building up some speed, throwing a slash in, going over like a little bump. and then like coming into the compression after the bump where the snow was just like bouncing off my shoulder and just smacking me like in the face. That's the snow line is like on my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was probably just for the snow and the riding. That was the best, but I don't think it was the funnest favorite day, which I think was probably that Rusutsu day.
Okay. But I think, yeah, what do you think makes, so in Japan, there's lots of different resorts all in the same area. Niseko has like 4 resorts. Hanazono was probably our favorite. Rusutsu. But what do you think? So besides the snow, because the snow is like really incredible, but what do you think makes that just that area so good for powder riding, just in terms of everything else besides the snow itself? Like, what is special about the mountains that makes it good, you think? And why do you think Hanazono is better than Rusutsu, if that is what you think?
I think because to get to the top of the run, you got to ride up a pizza box. You're like, what? This is what I got to go up to get to the top. There's a few lifts to get to the top of the mountain, and the last one is literally, it's called a pizza box because that's the size of it, and you're just perched on this ledge where you feel like a stiff breeze could just push you over the side. And dude, that's what you got to do to get like the good snow, and that's why is because a lot of people don't like riding up mountains on pizza boxes.
Oh, yeah. So it's that's a big part of it. It's like not, the powder zones are like just slightly accessible. They're like accessible to only the people that should have access to them, basically.
Yeah, the people that just want to be put their lives in the hands of a pizza box.
Yeah.
Go for a ride and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's definitely part of it. And if you have to hike more than 5 yards,
yeah,
you've immediately got half of the people out.
Yeah.
So that helps as well. I think 5 yards is about right. People will walk 2 or 3 steps. If they have to walk 10 steps,
yeah,
no, it's too much. It's too much.
Well, for me also because I think like the pitch has a lot to do with it. Like both everywhere in Japan, the pitch of the mountains is fairly mellow, especially compared to here in Whistler. Like Whistler gets so steep that you can't really just ride with like and just send it, and I guess get like a real rhythm going. It's a lot of like stop and starting here in Whistler because you almost have to like see what's next, see what's coming. Where Japan, you just like start going. You can just continue the entire length of the run without stopping, really.
Yeah, for sure. Like in Whistler, I think if you ride here long enough, you're gonna have like 1 or 2 like nasty surprises, shall we say, where you're riding along and then all of a sudden you realize you're at the top of a cliff or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is not fun. Where it's like in Hanazono, it's almost just like free reign. Like you can go, obviously with a buddy, but you don't need to know the terrain super well. You can basically use your spidey senses, as you normally would, but you can ride down like anywhere and just and just get down at the bottom and hike out and then do it again.
Yeah, I think that kind of helps keep the snow good too, right? Because people aren't like just pushing on a steep powder face. A lot of the powder gets pushed down, where in Japan you can kind of just ride straight. You're not really destroying the snow for other people.
Yeah, that's a good call. Good call. And I think too, like with a lot of places in Whistler, you might have like a big bowl, but you'll have like only 1 or 2 ways out. So if you only have like 1 way out of the bowl, you end up with this like triangle shape where people come in at the top and they ski to the edges and then they ski back. So you're looking at this big area, but really it's not as good. And then the entrance and the exits are a bit sketchier too. So just by having like the whole thing is open and ready to go, it just it makes it more spread out, less worn down, and like you're saying, there's less side slipping. I think more just cruising through, and the snow is so good as well. You don't in Japan. really ever, maybe a tiny bit, feel other people's tracks when I'd ride across them. Like here in
No.
Whistler, snow's heavier, a bit more
Yeah.
feedback. So when you're riding across the tracks in powder, you just feel that little boom boom. And in Japan, like you don't feel that. So I think that helps as well.
Nice. So the best day, the most fun day was Rusutsu, but maybe the best powder days was Hanazono.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have to like find. We'll dig up those. We'll dig up that video and we'll put it in the link of this video afterwards for people to check out. That'd be a good one.
It was so extreme. I think I had that Tiger Blood song, one of them, where it's like where I'm
Nice.
editing it in my brain. I'm like, I am an action star genius right now.
Nice. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then we came back to North America and went almost immediately on another trip to this is maybe one, I don't know if you've forgotten about it already, but we
I
went
did forget about it. Thanks for reminding me.
yeah, we went to Stevens Pass in
Oh
Washington for a week.
yeah, the
Um,
Stevens Pass is cool, dude. Guys should check out the Stevens Pass, especially if it's for better or worse, it's on the not the edge, the Epic Pass as well. So
yeah,
we got a sweet little cabin in the woods. No horror movie plots happened in there. It was like very fun times.
yeah,
TJ and Jill and Kev, and the mountain itself is not a play down Stevens Pass or anything, but it's like a mini Whistler. So you have such a variety of terrains. You have really good beginner access runs, and then you also have insanely steep trees. Probably the steepest trees I've ever ridden, I think. Like
yeah,
so, and cornices, cliff drops, little chutes. So yeah, dude, thumbs up for Stevens Pass. Just
yeah,
be careful on the weekend with the
yeah.
parking.
Yeah, the weekend's busy. Yeah, if you show up on a weekend, you got to get there by 7 a.m. to get a parking
Early.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so you and TJ got there on a Friday night at like you guys got there Friday night at like midnight almost or like 11:30 p.m.
Yeah,
And
we were supposed to get there at 5, and we had a road trip. So
yeah,
we made like 9 too many stops.
yeah,
TJ's like, I'm gonna go pick up my laptop and phone. Like, oh, cool. Yeah, you better use your phone on the trip. No, I'm not gonna use it till I get back to Canada. Why don't you just pick it up on the trip back? We're already so late. Oh, I gotta pick it up. I'm like, all right. Get to the
yeah,
cabin 11:30.
yeah. Why were you? I was like, why were you guys so late? And TJ's like, I was picking up some stuff from the Apple Store. Okay, cool. That's gonna be awesome for editing videos this weekend. No, I'm not gonna use it till I get back to Whistler. But why don't you just get on the way home? But
I don't know.
but then that Saturday, even though like Washington, I think is more known for heavier snow, and obviously coming from Japan, that was like a huge difference. But the Saturday was actually it was pretty good. It was like medium. It was like kind of norm. I would say it's like normal. It was like normal snow. Japan's like a 10 on lightness, and a 1 is just like a heavy day here in Whistler. I
Okay.
think Stevens Pass is like 4.5. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, it was good.
Nice.
Yeah, it took a couple turns. I mean, we like came right out the block, right? We so you'd ridden there a few days, but Saturday morning we show up and then we like immediately get swamped by fans, and we're
Oh
going
yeah.
up. There's like 10 or 12 of us like going up to the top, and it's like, all right, everybody's pulling this powder and our lines are getting taken, so let's get going. And
Yeah.
everybody starts like flying down, and there's a half a lap of getting used to it because I'm just like right off the blocks, let's go. But then the snow coming, it was my first run since Japan, so the snow feels quite different.
Yeah.
And yeah, it took a little bit getting used to, but I can't remember his name, but TJ's buddy, he showed me to a little rock cliff drop there, and it
Nick,
was still like, yeah, super soft, great landing. Yeah, dude, I was digging Stevens Pass, man. It was getting a little like I know some of those lower tree sections where it would get in the around the lifts there, get a little bit tracked out, which is normal, but yeah, they got really really good terrain for sure.
yeah, I remember getting off that chair after like we met up with like 20 people. Everyone was like trying to show us where to go to. Everyone wanted to ride the chair with us. We did meet up with like a really cool crew, so that was awesome. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember getting off the chair, the second chair, and like it felt like just straight into an incredible pow line just right off the bat, and like adjusting to the different consistency of snow, and it was like much steeper, so like just a different pitch, so something new to get used to. And I was filming TJ that first lap, and TJ fell, I think like tomahawked like 3 times, just like
Mm.
getting used to that new consistency. But then we had that moment of like regrouping, and I think it was called the video epic Pow Day in the Pacific Northwest, I think it was called. But yeah, just riding through the trees with TJ, and like the flow was really amazing once we kind of got used to the feel of the snow and the pitch and everything. But similar kind of mountain too, where like you could just like open it up and ride in almost any direction without any worry. So that was really fun. And then I think it was the second run. We went through those like super steep trees, and that's where I was filming you through there, and that was cool. That was probably the steepest trees I've ever been through. What board were you on that day?
Um, what board was I on? I think I was on the T Rice that day.
Okay.
I think so.
I feel like
Yeah, dude, those I was digging those trees, man. They were legit steep.
yeah.
Where
Uh,
you do a turn and push down a bit of snow, and it wouldn't stop. It would just keep going and going and going. You know, you
yeah.
shout down to your buddies, "Oh, whoa, watch out, above you!" They turn behind, and all this sluff comes rolling by.
Yeah.
So yeah, normally that doesn't happen. Normally the snow stops after a bit, but not there.
Yeah. Yeah. My favorite shot from that day was maybe when you guys followed me through those trees for a little bit, and I was filming like uphill, and just seeing
Mhm.
like everyone riding down those trees. But that wasn't even the steepest spot, but it was still like a good pitch.
Yeah, that was the mellow bit. 'Cause the fact that we were riding um, without stopping basically after every turn shows it wasn't the steepest bit because yeah, that bit and it was like packed with tree. The trees like mellowed out towards the bottom. I think
Yeah.
the steepest bit also had the tightest trees as well. So it was really an exercise in timing and
Yeah.
being certain of doing something. You know, like committing to something where you're like, dude, I got to do this. Got to make that
Yeah,
turn.
I think I had a few turns where like got onto my toes, but then my like board still slammed into the base of a tree. But you kind of like anticipate that like hitting of the board, and just like knocks you around a little bit, but kept it going.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that
Speaking
was
of,
super.
we were hitting bamboos. Like, I mean, hitting trees. We are hitting bamboos in Japan a lot as well.
Oh yeah. The first couple of days, it was funny because well, back to Japan, the longer we were there, like a lot of the mountain kind of changed too, because a lot of things filled in because it just kept snowing that whole trip. And there was a lot of
It's
bamboo sticking up.
awful.
The first the first
Snow.
day there was a lot of bamboo, but it kind of got covered up by the last couple of days, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, and if you guys have hit some trees or roots when you're riding, it really does mess with your balance and being able to stay on your board. Even those little bamboos, they take a little bit getting used to. You know, they can kind of knock you off, and depending on your angle of your board and the angle of your body. But I think all of that together definitely helps because like sometimes you're going through and there are some little roots and bits around, and you are going to get kind of knocked around like a pinball a little bit. Make sure you wear your helmet, and that way it's warming you up for those even rootier times when they
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely using my nose. I was using my nose to kind of like slap down those roots, or the bamboo shoots. Yeah,
Slapping them out of the way.
slapping them out. Yeah, sick. And then we came back to Whistler after Stevens Pass, and I don't remember riding much here in Whistler. Mostly park. I guess it was all park days, and then I went off to Bear Mountain. But did you have a few days, good days before the season was over? I saw you uploaded a video with Andreas shortly
Yeah.
before it all ended.
Yeah, like there was a little like there was some powder when we got back from Japan, and then there's some park days, and did a little bit of park, but I'm not a huge park guy. I hurt myself in the park a number of times, and I wanted to get back into it more, but I was kind of saving myself for the powder when the powder is there. Don't want to hurt
Yeah,
myself in the park, and then I can't do the powder.
spring park riding, slushy.
Exactly. And then when you guys went, of course, every time Kevin goes on a trip, it snows in Whistler. So if you guys are ever planning a trip to Whistler, just make sure you come here when Kevin's leaving, because then it's going to be good. So yeah, Kevin went down to Bear, and it snowed in Whistler. It was really nice. I had actually done this infamous section. It's a hidden area of Whistler Mountain. Down the backside called Kybers. It's Andreas's favorite area to go to. It's actually outside of the ski boundary area, so make sure you have somebody show you if you were ever to do that. Don't try to find it yourself. It's not safe to do. But yeah, going through there with Andreas on some nice powder days, just getting swept away. When you're out with the master of that area that is Andreas, I'm just
Yeah.
like, take me, the master.
Nice.
Had some cool cruises around there. They got a nice little cabin out there, the Stew Inn,
Cool.
and yeah, that's because that's my type of riding. It's kind of when you feel like you're out there in nature, and you and Mother Nature just kind of getting to know each other. So yeah,
Nice.
that was sweet.
So now that the season's kind of over, do you have any hopes for getting back to riding? When do you think the next day you'll be riding will be? If you had to
Dude,
guess.
I got no clue, bro. I'm not worried about that. I'm just making sure I got enough TP in my toilet. If you guys see how hard it is to get flour, it's awesome.
You haven't been thinking about snowboarding?
Yeah. I mean, it would be fun to do some at the end of the summer.
Yeah. What has been on your mind though? Yeah, other than snowboarding, so TP, walking your dog Dot.
Yeah, walking my dog. Yeah,
And
here, she's just over here.
Oh, nice. Oh my God, your dog's dead.
Looks like it.
Just sprawled out.
Yeah, it's because it's kind of tricky at the moment, because we have like behind my house, I have mountains that I can snowboard, but just kind of keeping everything within reason. I've been doing some hikes, and yeah, it's awesome. I got the forest right behind me, but we've been keeping the snowboards in the garage. I mean, it's like this would be a great opportunity to start doing some calisthenics at home. Get yourself nice and buff for next season. So I don't know. Yeah,
Getting your squat right, getting some flexibility happening.
Squatting with my heels on the floor.
Wow, that's the goal right there. That's the ultimate
That's the
goal.
tricky. Yeah.
Some lunges.
Oh, dude, some serious lunging for sure. Yeah, I think when you're at home as well, you have a lot more. All the front of your body gets really tight as well. So I always have problems with my hip flexors and all the.
Oh yeah.
The fascia on my chest and in my stomach area. So I think keeping that loose, it probably helps to stay regular too. So I think it's good all around. Just keep that whole front area of your abdomen nice and loose.
Nice. You could like watch TV on the floor on your stomach, just kind of like this in the Sphinx
That's true.
position.
Audiobooks. Let's get some
On-
audiobooks going.
There you go. Yeah. So when do you think? Maybe the end of the summer. Do you want to go to Chile, Argentina, if it opens?
It would be cool. I mean, I'm not sure how it's going on your side, but I think the YouTube advertising has taken a hit. So
Yeah.
thanks everybody supporting and checking out the both of our channels. But yeah, I think it'll be unless the airlines are also offering severely discounted flights.
It could be like a good time to travel, like once this is all over with, like, cause yeah, maybe it could be cheap airline tickets, and it also could be like very cheap accommodation once you go.
Dude, they will be pulling you in on a red carpet. Like, thank you, Mr. Tourist. Please come in.
I'll try to make maybe I can make a push that if we do a snowboard trip end of summer, that we could get like maybe a resort or something to sponsor the trip. So let's get we can promise that we'll get the tourism booming again if they help us get out there.
Yeah. I think everybody's going to be wanting people to go snowboarding. So
we'll get back to the barter system.
Well, like you can watch one of my videos and I can stay in your hotel.
Yeah. Like we'll make them a video. We stay in their hotel. Actually, yeah, we should be on the system right now. Like, send us some boards. We'll ride them.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna have any money after this.
You can do an Instagram for like a veggie hero or something.
Oh yeah. Instead of super chats, people can send in like wraps and tacos and burritos. Send us food.
Nice. So you just open up your post box and it'll just stink like off dairy.
Yeah. Smells like beans and rice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That could work.
Nice. What about so next season is do you think you'll go back to Japan? Is there anywhere else that's interesting to go to? I feel like Japan is tough to beat, but
Japan is really hard to beat. Yeah, for sure. I think maybe somewhere like a bit more out there would be cool.
Yeah, we've been looking at going to India to the resort Gulmarg. So that's a prospect.
Get ready for the Delhi belly.
Yeah, for sure. Well, our friends on YouTube, Yannick and Rav, they said the trick is to eating in India to only eat small amounts at a time.
Okay.
And that's like a good way to handle it.
I'm sure that will not lead you wrong at all.
It'll
be your famous last words.
Yeah.
Just a little bit at a time. 2 hours later, you just got your boots kicking out from the underside of a stall somewhere.
Yeah.
Help me!
A stall, a hole in the ground.
Stall.
Sweet. Do you want to do some questions with me? Answer a few questions from the Instagram live or YouTube live feed?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I did see a question earlier. It was somebody was asking what boards are behind you.
Yeah, so we got the Nitro POW.
Nice.
It's a 154. It is big nose on it. Whoa, let's pull it over.
Nice. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so it's a total powder board. It's part of their Quiver series, so it's not their main production boards, and it's their Austin, the Brian Austin
sweetened,
freshly waxed. It was actually going to be. I was going to try to sell it. I was literally when all the stuff with that's going down right now. I was like typing up my Craigslist, and I'm like, dude, no, they're shutting down the mountain. Don't leave your house. You want to buy my snowboard?
Yeah. And that one's the Arbor Westmark Rocker.
Rocker, yeah.
Nice. Have you tried that board yet?
No.
Oh, you should give it a try. It's a medium, it's a mid-wide.
Yeah, dude, it looks like a good board.
Yeah, sick. Yeah, and we got also on the chat, Jose Bortista came through with a super chat. Thanks, Jose. Hope you and Ruby are safe over in New York. Yeah, hope everyone out there is safe and healthy, and yeah, a lot of stuff going down. But Jose, yeah, thanks for the support, man, and yeah, we're thinking about you, man. Yeah, if you see any questions, Chris, we're just cruising through the questions, guys, taking a look. Somebody asked if it's Taco Monday. Yeah, why not? Let's get some tacos after this.
It's taco. If it ends in day, it's taco day.
What's
Ends in Y.
any takeaway place in Whistler has turned into like the remember that episode of Seinfeld, the soup Nazi?
I've already made this. Yeah, I was talking about San Andreas. Yeah,
You did.
it is, man. Yeah, like in that episode of Seinfeld. If you guys haven't seen it, or you don't even know what Seinfeld is, the whole idea is that there's this one restaurant. The food is so good, but the owner is a psycho. And so it's like, what will you do in order to get the food? And you have to like go by his crazy rules of step forward, step to the side, one medium bisque, step to the side. and that's, yeah.
Then the
that's
money, get
like,
the soup.
Can I get bread? Bread, $3. He got it for free. For you, no soup. So, yeah,
it's very orderly when you go to get some pickup, some takeaway.
Yeah. It's very it's taken Canadian even more Canadian. Like,
yeah,
everyone's in the right line, and although there's no small talk anymore. Small talk has gone down, I found.
Yeah, no more small talk, and you got to keep the talking behind the plastic window, plastic visor.
Yeah, and just keep it curt, keep it on message, and do what you came there for, and get out.
All right, so Stick Noise 23 wants to know, what's the weirdest snowboard you guys have ever ridden?
Probably the Canon 200. Yeah, it's a 203 centimeter board.
Wow.
It's ginormous, and it's a really fun board. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's absolutely giant. It picks up speed like a son of a gun. It's not good in tight areas, but in that more open, flowy stuff, we didn't get it on a great powder day, but we did get to go rip some groomers on it. Holds a killer edge. You can really get laid out on it, and I can only imagine what it's like in the big bowls. Like, that thing is.
Oh yeah. So the Nitro Cannon, super long, that big long pink one, big pink, big nose on it with the swallowtail. But yeah, how was it for just carving on the groomers?
Yes, it was. Yeah, the carving was great. Your effective edge, the part of your edge that's touching the snow, is like double a normal board. It's like double my Storm Chaser, easy.
Wow.
So you have so much more feedback in the board, and you have a lot more forgiveness as well, because it just spread that out on the edge.
Wow.
You can write it switch, but it's a bit weird. But the thing more than anything else is it is a real attention-seeking board. I got so many compliments, like from old like dudes, like 70-year-old dudes, to like 5-year-old girls. Everyone's like, I love your board, it's so cool.
Nice.
So yeah, it's good for that, for sure.
Blue Moon wants to know, are y'all wearing pants?
No.
Yeah, I've got my pajama pants on. I've been in my pajamas for like 3 weeks. You're not wearing pants?
I just have a snowboard. I have a snowboard sitting on my lap.
Yeah.
And, that way I keep the airflow going, because otherwise I get too hot. Got to keep everything nicely circulating. And every
Nice.
time it drops, then I have the board as there's a visual.
Okay, good. Zach Zolo wants to know, how often should we replace our boots? Every season or as it is worn out? Yeah, what do you think?
Too big. So I mean, what is a season? Is a season 5 to 10 days, or is a season 100 days? I think like you change your boots every like 10 days. You ride them. I need to change my boots big time, and I probably had close to 80 days on them. So those more than anything is what I need to change. And I would say you don't notice how terrible your boots are until you get a new pair, and then you're like, wow, because they have that little usually like 10, maybe 5 to 10 days to like start feeling great. At least that's how it happens with some people, and then you have like the honeymoon period, and then they slowly start to get a little bit looser and looser, but it's so slow that you often don't really notice it. And so
Yeah,
say if you feel like you need them, you need them, but if you had them and you've been doing like a lot of hiking in them or stuff like that, getting long hard days, then when you know, but if you don't know, you should go and replace them.
nice. Yeah, I feel like it's you gotta feel out the boots because yeah, like you're saying, a season is very dependent on each person. And like for me, it's like I would hold on to boots longer, but yeah, it's like when they start to feel for me, I know it's time to replace my boots when I feel like I don't have that like support through like the ankles anymore. If I say like I'm making turns or if I land a jump or something and I feel like I don't have proper support to keep my ankles feeling good and healthy, then I go for a new pair.
Hmm. Yeah, you start noticing your heels slipping around a little bit, or it
Yeah, or
just
just
doesn't
like
quite
just too
have that.
soft maybe.
Yeah,
But if they're feeling good, I would yeah, not even I would have them for 5 years if they still feel good.
nothing
Yeah,
wrong with that.
yeah. Um, yeah, we got El Stacker on here telling people to smash the like button. Thanks, El Stacker. How many
Well,
likes do we have?
42.
42 likes. How many people watching?
I don't know. How do you use this? There's 55 people on.
Nice. All right, let's
Andreas Vermeer, Whistler from
yep.
Snowbirdie.
Andreas should be the I think he will be someday he will be the mayor of Whistler.
I think so. I think we're gonna need a revolution. He's gonna point out the fact that they're putting chemicals in our water system or something. Like, Andreas uncovered the plot. Andreas Vermeer.
Yeah. Yeah. And you'll win purely on having a social media presence too when nobody else will. He'll get voted in by all the Snowboard Pro Camp / Andreas Schubert / Chris Ayers viewers.
Mhm.
We'll
The
all
vote
just
will be on. It'll be an Instagram live vote.
yeah.
He
Well,
won't spend
10,000
no
yeah,
money spent on any advertising. He just sends out a few tweets.
yeah.
He
Well,
puts out his call. It's voting time. Caw-caw! The
there'll be
people
10
descend.
there'll be 10,000 people voting for him in who don't even live in Whistler. They'll just be from across the world.
Oh, is that legal?
No, those will all be thrown out, but that'll be the second wave of controversy.
Ah.
Thrown out votes. It's like, but they were voting from Boise, Idaho. That's not Whistler. Every
where I'm
vote must be counted. All right, let's get to another good question here. All right. Yeah, quick shout outs too to Nico for tuning in, Zola, Everything NRL, to Tomer, to Kimber9, Blue Moon, El Stacker of course,
Yeah. Love
Arad,
y'all.
And Arad says, hey, Kev, I got the GNU Headspace. The problem is I think it's a little big for me. It's 155 and I'm 169 or 63 kilograms. What are the disadvantages I might feel? So 63 kilograms, Chris, help me out. Is that
63 kilos. That's what times by 2.2, 130, like 145.
okay? Yeah, 145 pounds. It's a little bit big, but so yeah, it could be slightly too big. I know. So TJ, he's about 155 pounds, and he rides boards that are 154, I think. So you can make it work. I would say the trade-off is going to be that it's going to feel more stable for riding at high speeds. Probably easier for carving, easier for hitting large jumps. But the trade-off will be it may not turn as quickly as you like, and it may be a little bit more difficult for doing like small tricks. So it's not going to be as like quick and nimble as a shorter board would be. But if you got it,
you got the scales of playfulness and
Yeah.
stability. And
yeah,
if stability goes up, the playfulness. Oh, did I switch them? Yeah, if it's a bigger board, it's going to be easier or more stable. But if it's shorter, it's going to be more fun.
yeah. So there's some trade-offs there. It depends on what kind of riding that you want to do. If you want to do more of that aggressive style riding where you need more stability, that might be perfect. That's a little bit big for you.
Charging.
Charging, yeah. All right.
Minecraft. Kevin, do you play Minecraft?
No, I've never played.
Fortnite?
No,
What about PUBG or whatever?
no. Not playing any games at the moment, but
I didn't think so. I didn't think you're a Minecraft kind of guy. Although you should go join Minecraft and make a snowboard.
what is even the objective of the game Minecraft? Like, what is the objective of that game? I don't even understand it.
I think there is no objective. You just build a world. So
Okay.
what's the purpose of life? I don't know. Maybe the purpose of Minecraft is you get a good job, you get a wife, you make a house, and then you have some kids. That's Minecraft.
Interesting. Yeah, WV wants to know, how are you guys keeping busy these days?
Netflix?
Yep. Any good shows that you've checked out recently?
It's not on Netflix, but I'm not gonna say Tiger, whatever. It's all the rage at the moment. Tiger Kingdom or The Outsiders. Ooh, The Outsiders, good.
Where do you watch that? Is that
On the
from your
TV,
brother?
on the television through legal means.
Okay. I recently watched the 3rd season of Ozarks, and that's a pretty incredible show. Have you seen it at all? Have you seen any of it?
No, man, no.
Jason-
Normally I'm all
Jason-
for Jason Bateman. He was in one of my favorite shows ever, Arrested Development. You guys should check out the early seasons of that.
Yeah, the first 3 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, movies. I don't know, staying busy, just trying to keep the mind going. Yeah, just counting tiles, counting bits of lint in my belly, stuff like that.
Have you made any good food recently?
I made some more of those chocolate chip cookies, dude.
Oh, nice.
I found out a little bit, so I know everybody's going to be loving this. Guys, call your friends, and this is a baking tip from next level. Making an egg-free cookies. The problem is they don't brown as much. You don't get that browning, which is the eggs. And so my trick was you take some of the chocolate chips, you melt them down, and then you add them to the batter, and they add the color.
Oh, wow, because you eat with your eyes first?
Yeah, well, otherwise, like it looks like an anemic cookie
Okay.
with chocolate chips. So that way, it's got that kind of color, more color through it.
Nice.
Check it out.
The vegan chocolate chip cookie trick. Um,
Pretty exciting. Pretty
Zach
exciting.
Zach wants to know if either one of us have ridden the Brian Iguchi camber snowboard.
No.
I haven't ridden it, but somebody that we met actually in Stevens Pass, Luke, our friend Luke of the channel, he had the Brian Iguchi camber and he loved it. So I may have to go full Gooch mode next year.
Dude, good.
Right.
Getting
Yeah,
on the hooch with the gooch, bro.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, what are you thinking for Edward next year? Are you gonna go a solid color? Are you gonna do one solid yellow? Are you gonna do something like the Big Bird outfit?
I don't know if I quite have your style to pull off the one
Maybe
outfit.
with the green machine.
The green. Normally what I would go for would be like either a colorful pants and or jacket, and then like a black or something like that, quite a neutral. So you have the pop of the one layer, and then the other one kind of is the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
Whereas you're just going for double yin, which is a little bit crazy in my opinion. But I think like if in an ideal world, maybe you'd have the full gooch per se, and then you'd also have some like other pant or jacket that was black, and that way you could have the best of both worlds.
What color would you go for though? If you're okay, we're going to Japan. We're going to Japan in a week. You just ripped the crotch of your snowboard pants.
Oh yeah,
and you need somebody at the Circle in Whistler. Steve at the Circle says, Chris, come on in, I'll give you a good deal on a jacket and pants, your choice. It's your ideal color.
Same as my body hair.
Go for the full orange.
Exact same. Yeah, I don't know, man. You've got yellow, so yellow's out. David's got the red.
I might switch it up next year though. I could do totally different.
That's true. That's true.
I was gonna say too, like you don't know what colors are coming out too. Like you never know what's gonna be available as well.
Could I say puce?
Yeah, what color is that?
I don't know, but I've heard people say it.
Okay.
I think it's like no, I don't know what color it is. I would probably say like a kind of like acid neon green.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah, go for that one. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. What else is going on in the world? I wonder how many people kind of reach the point on the live chat where they're just like, it's nice to hear a voice.
Well, that's why I'm doing this with you right now, is just because I've just been doing nothing for the last 4 days.
Yeah. And like it's good to like eavesdrop on somebody's conversation, you know. It's it can be kind of soothing in a way.
Yeah.
Go to bed, wake up, still talking about snowboarding. It'd be pretty I'd do that. You should do 24/7 live chat through the quarantine.
Oh yeah, that could be fun. Like a quarantine marathon.
Yeah, until it's over.
We could raise money.
You're live nonstop until they call back all the restrictions. Do it, dude.
Do that. Just sit here, like eat my breakfast.
Yep.
Reading comments.
And we've already got footage of Andreas on the Japanese toilet, so you know that doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
So if you're on there, that is a quite an interesting thing too, because I'm sure you guys all know the big hubbub with the toilet paper that is going on in a lot of places. Kevin has the Japanese toilet in his house. It's like, so instead of having like a Neanderthal get toilet paper, scrunchel it up, and use his mandibles to clean himself, there's a little robotic arm that comes out and shoots water at him, and no TP. There's no fighting over somebody on aisle 8 for the last pack of double roll.
Yeah, it's got the built-in dryer. Oh, it's got oh, I just lost the window there for a second. Oh, Lad Dorad says, is the color you're thinking of chartreuse?
Chartreuse.
Could that be it?
Sounds cool.
Okay. Yeah, there's some good. Oh, El Stacker wants to know if we can make these video screens bigger, but I think they're maxed out. I think this is it.
Couldn't we do? I've seen in other people where you could have like 2 verticals, but then you can like jam them in tighter so our heads are a lot bigger. Our heads take up lower of the screen, and we get at all of this stuff here that we don't need.
It's got to move closer.
Oh!
There we go. I wonder if I can. You can also do that thing on the Zoom here where you can create some kind of weird background. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay.
Can we go? Let's go through the features. What are the features? So
Well,
yeah, guys, you guys know about Zoom? You guys might be using Zoom. You guys using Hangouts? How's everybody playing games? Oh, dude, you should do a Snowboard Pro Camp games where people can come in and like join for a game, and it just rotates through.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Just get a big party going on.
You know, at the moment, I have to play around with the Zoom thing more to like learn how to do more stuff. But I think we can customize it, make it a bit more funky. But I think at the moment it looks pretty good. But let's get to a few more.
You're oversaturated and you're out of your window.
Okay, you're out of your league, Donnie. All right, let's get back to the questions here.
And Jen says I should go full blue, or someone should go full blue.
Jackson.
Tomer says put hand sanitizer in your bidet, in your cleaner, so it just shoots sanitizer right up your pockets.
That's not the way it works. Somebody's asking what's the next trip. I guess that's going to be a mystery. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Kevin, the sushi place.
Yeah, the sushi. No, the next trip will be to La Cantina Tacos, for sure. Yeah, and Jen saying go full blue. Yeah, El Stacker go. Oh, El Stacker wants to go full blue next year. That's pretty cool. Philip, Kevin, what binding should I buy for my DOA 2020? Yeah, I'd go. So DOA, it depends. If you want to do more park stuff with the DOA or powder, yeah, I like some. I kind of like I want to try out the Union Stratas next year, so I would recommend those. Those look pretty cool. Maybe get some neon orange ones or something.
Oh, I heard too that is it Burton? Somebody is bringing out quite a few boards with the 3D base technology.
Yeah, Burton is. Yeah.
Burton. They're gonna have channel. I heard they're gonna have 3D base in the base, including like channels.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the heck, bro?
That's how you get snow stuck in there, and your board doesn't move.
Okay.
It's not going to work properly.
This was the last dream of Jake. Make these boards with channels. Let's do it.
3D. I remember I worked for a surf when I lived in Australia for a year. I worked for a surf company, and the owner of the company, he knew that we talked about snowboarding, and he was like, oh, what if we open a snowboard company and integrate surf technology into the snowboards, like channels and 3D cores and everything like that. And I remember saying to him, I'm like, it's not going to work. And then lo and behold, 15 years later, everyone's doing it. Could have been a game changer 15 years ago.
$1 million business gone.
It's gone. Yeah, DHD surfboards down in the Gold Coast.
Now you just need to flip it around and have snowboard outerwear for surfing.
Huh?
I don't know. I know, so on like a side point, I know somebody on here was saying, I think it's Daily MTV was saying we should do a David Jones and hike a mountain. And I'm not sure where you stand on this exactly, but I have been tempted to hike the mountains. The mountains are hikeable; they're right there. But I think just with everything that's going on with the healthcare system and everything that's going on, it's just not appropriate to go. I think hiking is one thing, but going up with your board and getting hurt is or potentially getting hurt. And you got to think of the billions of people that look up to Kevin as well, billions. And so at least Kevin, I'm sure, has to set a good example. Maybe I don't have to set as good as an example, but I still should be setting a good example. So I'm just dreaming of snowboarding at the moment. Snowboarding is possible, but
yeah,
it's not happening.
I've seen a few people doing it on Instagram, and it does look really good. But yeah, I think it's like probably the wrong call, because I guess it's kind of like against the law at the moment to do it. I don't know, you might get a fine or something for hiking, like split boarding or anything like that, because they've said like no skiing uphill.
Yeah. So and for people that don't know too, after Whistler Blackcomb closed, a few days later they opened up uphill access, so people could get their cross country, their skins, split boards, and then go up these access routes on the mountain to the terrain that's not is like behind the mountain. So there's lots of mountains, obviously around. But then that was shut down a couple days ago, or at least like 5 days ago or so. So yeah, and I think like the other thing too is it's quite easy here because we are kind of away, even though we're in a tourist town. The mayor has told people like don't come here, and so the tourists aren't coming, or at least very few are, and not a huge amount of people live here. I mean, the town is pretty small, so we do, at least for me, I'm sure, you feel isolated from what's going on, especially in some areas, and so it's easy to kind of think this is like some kind of punishment for whatever, and we can see it but we can't do it. But yeah, I think there's enough crazy stuff going on in the world that we just gotta kind of chill and do some calisthenics, do some squats, do the Mr. Burns Iroquois. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I think it's a good call. It's like first to set a good example. Like even if you were just like, even if you didn't have any social media, but yeah, you were doing it, and then maybe you like encourage your friends to do it, and then you don't want to take the risk with somebody getting hurt, having to get help, going into the hospital. Yeah, and then on top of that, it's like for us especially, it's like we don't want to be showing people like, hey, get out there, go take risks. It's like not a good idea. So
just so long as you're riding down the mountain with your N95 mask on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And
somebody said
you could get face shots too, and it would protect you.
Nico said we could do finger snowboarding. That'd be safe.
Yeah, that'd be okay. I mean, what's the worst thing? You like sprain your finger?
You ever sprain your thumb? It really sucks.
Yeah,
your thumb?
I dislocated my thumb in that nightclub that one time. Do you remember?
Yeah, I vaguely remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, don't dislocate your thumb. It's not fun.
Was that the same month that you had a piece of coral stuck in your toe?
Maybe. That wasn't a piece of coral. That was a sea urchin.
Okay.
I had a spine from a short spine sea urchin. They're quite the wide ones. It was in my foot for over a week, and I had to have. They got it on the fourth operation. It took 3 operations, and they got it on the fourth.
Wow.
But it wasn't a serious operation. It's just me lying there with my doctor, just kind of picks around at it with a scalpel and some tweezers. So
Yeah. I remember that.
dude, it was a huge chunk too. Like it just to let you guys know, like I was a bit silly in Mexico, and I went in the water at night, and I got lots of, probably like 15 to 20 bits of sea urchin spine in my foot. All of them got pulled out the next day, apart from this one, which we couldn't find. And I finished the holiday. I was there with my family. Came back, couldn't find it. It was impossible to find. And then eventually, I went into the hospital, the doctors. It was just a small clinic, and she's like, "This time, I'm not going to use any painkillers. That way, we will be able to find it, and we're just going to go digging away until we get it." And she got it. She pulled it out. She like knew immediately, like, because it was just so big, like this massive chunk. It somehow got buried deep, and it was like a euphoric, like my body getting rid of this alien thing that was inside of it, and it was like just a euphoria swept over me afterwards.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Awesome. Nice. I remember that very well. Yeah. And we got a super chat from Engine. Says, do a game night with Tommy Bennett and Jonathan Buckhouse. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Gingers V.
Who's a ginger on those guys?
Tommy's ginger. Is he?
Oh, is he? Okay.
I think so.
What game can we play like this?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'd have to have like a fifth person controlling the board.
Something. I don't know. I don't know how would we do it. Let's play Cool Borders on the PlayStation.
Nico, have you done any indoor snowboard training?
Me?
Yeah, Nico wants to know, do another video on indoor snowboard.
Sorry, Nico. Sorry. I've been staying away. I feel a bit betrayed by snowboarding, and so I'm giving it the cold shoulder for a while, and hopefully we'll be able to figure it out in the future. But yeah, just for now, we're just giving each other a bit of space, and enjoying our other interests for a short amount of time.
The calisthenics at home.
Yeah.
And Mika wants to know, what is your favorite mountain? Oh, it's tough. So yeah, let's bring it back to the best moment of the season, or the highs of the season. What was your best day on your favorite mountain?
Well, Japan was the best for sure. Getting into the question, I mean, you make these questions that it's hard to answer with one answer, because Blackcomb is my favorite mountain. Blackcomb is the mountain I know the best. We have a long relationship, myself and Blackcomb, and it's awesome there. It's definitely, people think, Whistler, Blackcomb are not the same. They are very, very different. And once you get to know, the nuances of the mountain, you realize it's like Yannick and Narav, the two guys that have been big fans of the channel. If the first time you meet them, you're like, these guys are identical, and then you hang out with them for a while, and you're like, these guys are totally different, and they're
like opposites, really.
They're like opposites, yeah. So yeah, that's what I'd say for that. But the best mountain would be
from this season.
I want to say Hanazono, but it was like hiking in, like such a pain every lap. The actual riding part, Hanazono, but overall, Rusutsu. It's like hike in, hike out, like you gotta hike. Not only do you hike out, back to the run, but then we would arrive back on the run between a lift.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, if we ride down, we could do, it'll be like 4 lifts up. If we hike up, it'll be 2 lifts. And like, obviously we hike up and then we're hiking again. So we're like hiking more than we're riding or on chairlifts. But the actual turn per turn, it was dynamite for sure.
Yeah, that was my favorite too. My favorite mountain this year was Hanazono. That same day with you, we met up with Casey Willax. That day was crazy. My video was called "The Worst Season Ever in Japan."
Oh yeah,
because that was when everyone was saying like, "Don't go, it's so bad." All, like the news articles and stuff too were saying like, and that was in total overall the worst season, but we happened to get lucky with the best week of the worst season.
Yeah, it was insane. And even in that video, you're like face shot after face shot. You're like, guys, don't come here. It's awful. It's awful. And the whole video is just that. It's these kind of like, you guys would like it. Japan's so terrible. And it's, way steep snow. And then in the comments at the end, there'd be like one person that would write, "It is awful." You're like, no, you don't get it. We were joking.
Nice. All right, sweet. Awesome, Chris. We'll actually let you go. Thanks for coming to hang out. For everybody watching this, go check out Chris's channel too, Chris Ayers. I'll put a link to it in the description. And yeah, big thank you for everyone for still hanging out, for watching snowboard videos. You guys are keeping us alive through these quiet times at the moment on YouTube, and no snowboarding, obviously. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. But
yeah, I'm just happy to, help somebody's day just pass a bit easier. Just come and hang out. And
yeah, you're helping my day pass easier for sure.
Yeah, you and me both. And yeah, I think it's it's just crazy times at the moment, and it's just going day at a time. And
yeah, hope everyone.
It's hard to focus too much on snowboarding, but we need the levity. We need the levity of snowboarding and the big ginger goofball.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. And I hope all you guys I know your loved ones are doing well, and we can hang out soon and goof around again.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, everyone, if you want to see more videos like this with me and Chris, give this video a like, leave a comment, maybe requesting a topic that we can talk about. Yeah, subscribe to Snowboard Pro Camp, subscribe to Chris Ayers, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. See you, Chris.
See you guys. See you at the Mexican, Kevin.
All right. stay 2 meters away from me.
Yep. All right.
Awesome. Later, man.
See you guys. Bye.